One and done for Milwaukee. The miss from Grayson Allen. Harden one-on-one with Connaughton. Turns the corner. Help. Doesn't matter. Switch. Harden. Oh, the handles and the bucket. That was sweet.
I know that you mentioned earlier when we spoke that physicality was important to you on both sides of the ball. How do you assess that so far?
Wasn't horrible. I don't think that became a factor, though.
12 more field goal attempts for the Bucks in this first half. Harden likes the matchup against the rookie. Harden, count it for three.
Right now, it's been easy for Milwaukee.
Harden, step back, book it, a three. Harden recovers, now has to back it out. Shot clock is down to 4. Harden, step back three, bottom. James Harden.
I'm walking around Philadelphia and the fans are saying, well, he's got to play because he's hurting his value. No, he's not as James Harden with the big time thing.
Brooklyn is asking, I think, for all of these players where it comes down to not thinking quite as much and just reacting.
34-28, and the Nets get a quick bucket to open up this second quarter.
Harden, step back three, got it. His first three-pointer. James Harden connects on a three. Griffin up top. Joe Harris unable to hit. Harden right there on the follow. Harden. Maxey got a piece of it. Harden with his strength still able to get it to go.
You got to be confident. That's what we're seeing with these young Philadelphia 76ers players.
Harden answers. James Harden now with 19 points.
The toughness Martin brings as he's our X factor off the bench. As Harden doesn't get the whistle, but does get the bucket.
There's more freedom in some of those bumps.
Right,
some of those shoves.
It almost feels like that rule has been extrapolated to everything else. But you know what? He doesn't need to be fouled on that.
There's a level of just balance and composure that comes along with it. He's got a lot of strength.
Harden step back three is good. James Harden starting to cook. He has 8 points.
Nets are about to see a lot of them here on this homestand.
Harden got fouled, got the whistle and the bucket. A chance for 3 for the Beard. Harden on the attack, banks it in, went right at Plumlee. Harden on the attack, forced it up and off. Brown the putback, no. Harden another chance is good.
Harden 8 turnovers last night in the loss to Charlotte. Follows his own miss, puts it down. He's got 7. Here comes Harden all the way to the rack.
And so dangerous, but effective when he's downhill, attacking that big right there.
It's reminiscent of the first game in Toronto. The difference is they're playing better defense.
You gotta be careful right here. You have Dinwiddie guarding Claxton. This can be trouble.
As Harden goes by Bertans.
Yeah, the Wizards were.
And that might have been one of their better possessions. There was some ball movement, some activity. Beal had a wide open shot, just couldn't convert.
Or the Nets just keep on coming. Harden.
I thought last year when all 3 of them were together, they didn't play a lot together, but Harden was the one who adapted his game as that facilitator.
James Harden. A chance at 4 for Brooklyn.
Harden one-on-one with Strus. Shot clock is winding down. Harden, step back. He's got a 3. Durant ahead for Griffin. Gives it up for Harden. The drive, and he throws it down. James Harden. Switch. Harden against Robinson. Harden. Oh, he's feeling it now. A chance for 4. Harden lines it up, rimming in for James Harden. Patty Mills now in the backcourt. Harden splash city on a 3. Timeout, Indiana. 24 years old in his rookie season. Durant fend off, kick out. Harden got a 3. Carter swing. Millsap lines it up. That's an air ball caught by Harden. Shot clock is at 12. Harden, lefty against lefty. Shove off. Oh, that was sweet from the beard. Harden lures two defenders in his direction. Now it's solo coverage. James Harden from downtown. Defense has been swarming for Indiana. Harden gets the step, drives in, hits the floater, chance for three.
Harden, shot clock fading. Harden has to put it up and connects. Jeremy Grant, clearly motivated by being in our open, has 9 points in the first as Harden lays it in, plus the foul.
You could say the same thing for a lot of these Pistons with the way that their offensive numbers looked and how they have produced.
Harden, step back, oh yeah. Got that bounce back. You saw the way he drew charge after charge last season once he joined the Nets. Harden on a triple.
Thank you for pointing that out, because that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, you're like, wait, there was no contact there on Mills. Harden, you bet. Three relative, especially the way they've started the season, of 10 for 22 from three. Harden, again. Look out.
Atlanta leading by 1. Here's Harden, working on Reddish, step back three. James Harden with his first points of the half, and they come at the end of the half. Durant, doubled. Here's Harden, spot up three, good. So James Harden with his second basket, 6 points now.
This team's not going away. Boy, Hunter now is starting to get to his drive game.
Harden pulls the trigger and buries a three. Big triple. They have Utah at home tomorrow night, then 4 more games on the road out west against Phoenix, Golden State, Utah, and Denver. James Harden again. Count it, and the foul. He'll finally go to the line for the first time tonight. Obviously, dealing with the players, I mean, that's one of the hallmarks of Steve Nash's career, how great he was with his teammates, as Harden buries a three to push the lead to 16.
Brooklyn's ball, Pistons by 3. James Harden launches and hits. Feel bad about that. It's 52-46 Brooklyn, the Nets have it. James Harden with a step back, long gun, it goes. Here comes Brooklyn, James Harden with a basketball. Stops and fires and fills it.
And he's starting to catch fire.
Here comes Harden into the front court. Raptors by 1. Harden puts it on the deck, drives over Barnes, and the bucket is good, and Brooklyn leads by 1.
Going to him 2 times in a row, finding the matchup.
Harden. And Harden just saw that open up and attack. Guarded by the length of Boucher. Harden attacking, denied, gets it back, spins around, and it rolls in after hanging on the irons. Harden, guarded by Boucher. Harden attacking and gets by Boucher. Double comes. Harden. And a soft touch. Durant. Comes Harden over to Harris. Mihailuk there, short, and Harden able to get the offensive rebound and the putback. Harris, he'll send it back over to Harden. Harden hasn't hit one, and he just hit his first. Brooklyn has outscored the Raptors by 27 points from the three-point line to make that by 30 points now.
And OG has to stay home right here. Stay home with Joe Harris.
Harden. Shot doesn't go, but the second chance opportunities there.
Van 7-footer.
Yeah. Get it in so many ways. And Harden has got 16 here in the fourth.
Tomorrow's monster of the mid-range.
Good rotation by the Nets. Harden open three. Good.
Yeah. And they got to recognize who they're rotating out to. You don't have to rotate out. It's Durant, Harden, and Harris.
Yep.
The other 2 guys you can leave off of and double off of.
Keep in mind, when Patty Mills comes in, you got to watch him, too, from 3. Harden to 3.
A locked in defensively.
Yes.
Now. They're letting this Brooklyn team get rhythm with their second group.
Nets now out shooting the Bulls from the field. Harden to the rim. Will they give him the continuation? They will. Fourth Bulls foul. They're out of fouls to give. It was the second on DeRozan. Harden, gather, dribble, and the fire from the outside. He did that so often.
Missed opportunity for the Magic on their first possession.
They did a nice job. Got a turnover, and it's going to be important to try to get turnovers. Suggs will get a little break, and then he'll come back for Cole Anthony.
Harden now guarded by Ross. The three is good by James Harden.
Such confidence, and you can see it every time the ball leaves his hands.
Harden goes behind the back, swatted, but it was on the way down. Goaltending against Wendell Carter Jr.
From R.J. Hampton.
Harden.
Now he's to the free throw line.
Get to the line.
Yep.
A three-point chance. Perfect. 57-41 Nets. Harden with the shot that goes in and a foul on Cole Anthony. Harden, lunging shot, no good. I thought he pushed Mo Bamba in the back.
You know it, I know it. Devontae got caught in the air and nowhere to go. 2 early turnovers for the Pels.
And you cannot turn the basketball over against this team.
And Harden with the bucket. So the points off the takeaway. Increase, and he won the three-point shootout 1 year at the All-Star weekend. Now Aldridge, it'll be Harden. And he got it up in time. Well, the rotation on his shot. It'll be Harden. He hadn't had one for a half hour. So James Harden makes it a 6-point game. And they're letting the flow of the game continue, the rhythm of the game, but you got to stop the basketball. James Harden, final minute. A productive start.
So now, there you go, and this is what they're doing. They're running somebody at him, but if you're Satoransky, you got to rotate.
Second chance opportunity. With 10 on the shot clock, Harden. Always. You know when Willie's going to call a timeout, you got to grab the basketball. 7 on the shot clock for Harden. Think it's going up? Yeah, it's going up. 74-62.
Everybody talking about he's struggling right here that he's gotten very good at.
Former Rookie of the Year out of Oklahoma, first overall pick by the Clips. Harden on the run.
He's going downhill. Yeah, and Jonas is sitting so far back.
Yeah, every possession, there's a premium. Herb's got Harden. Harden got to the hole. He wants the three-point line. On the run, the floater. Use the glass. Got the whistle. And goes to the line. The same side as before as James Harden. Inside out. Harden wide open going early.
Yeah, but if you're in the kill, you have to see that double team coming, and you got to be on your horse.
But you got to be able to have that initial good defense on guys like James Harden, Kevin Durant.
SGA telegraphed the pass. It leads to his Harden run out, and he will bank it in transition. His scoring is way down. Some of that is not getting to the free throw line, and that step back three is good.
Three-point shooting at 39%, but when they're on the road, they shoot almost 43%.
Harden is going to get the bucket and the foul. Going to give Harden a little bit of space. Now he drives, floats it up, and that'll be a bucket on a foul. The Thunder have done a great job defensively of really bottling up Harden, as Harden's drive off the glass is good, but he had just 11 points prior to that. He's been more of a facilitator on offense with those 11 assists.
Green always able to find Curry, usually open for a three.
Harden goes strong. And Steph Curry does such a great job after he gives the ball up. We think of great offense, yes, but Steve Kerr has built this into a great defensive team.
Harden goes all the way in, left with a strong hand.
Porter not assuming a make, getting on the glass, and is able to convert.
Harden. On the other end, the Warriors add to their run. It's now 14-0 going back into the second quarter. It's an 8-0 run to start this third, and there's a hit from James Harden.
Blowing people out in this quarter.
Kevon Looney cannot finish with the left hand. Here comes James Harden. Green is on him. Harden takes some contact and scores.
And that right there is the strength of a James Harden.
Durant gets the offensive board. Harden with Payton on him. They clear it out. Draymond Green eases over. A little sidestep three on its way and a foul. And bank it in. A chance at a 4-point play for James Harden.
Tough pass. Durant gets it back out. Harden, step back three, book it. The beard from beyond the. And Darius Garland having his problems. Oh, what a euro from the beard! A thing of beauty. Harden draws a double team now. Rubio backs off. Step back, Jay. Harden! Bullseye! Got a three! High screen. Harden uses it. Drives in. Banks it home. James Harden going back to the way. Screen, Aldridge. Harden takes a peek at the defense. Gets the roll. James Harden from the outside.
Been really physical on the defensive side. Smart in their rotations. They're staying in front.
Harden wants it. It's a three. Kaboom for the beard. That does not happen very often in the NBA. Nets are down 7-2. Harden takes it himself and gets the roll.
The Nets offensively, obviously the dynamic changes a lot when you're without Durant and Harris on the floor.
Harden cans it, +1.
That's a part of the calls that are not being called.
James Harden gets to the hole. On the dish, Mills walking the tightrope, and Brown couldn't catch it cleanly. Somehow the ball squirts out for Brooklyn. Harden fires. Got a three! Harden against Bamba. Harden. Money. A three. Offensive set here. Harden, jab, jumper, count it. James Harden heating up. Harden, straight line drive for two.
Durant across the lane. Extra pass back to Mills. Mills now to Harden. Harden on the run. Doesn't go. His putback, however, does.
The confidence just breathes from that, so he can make a great shot, a great layup, or a great pass. Really difficult to guard.
Right. Harden works on a Coro. James Harden has 4 points in this first half.
And it's on both ends of the floor now.
Harden, teardrop, gets the roll.
He shoots a dead ball when he does that.
Loose ball, collected by Bembry, back to Harden.
Nice push off by Durant as well. Passes in the air, he pushed Markin into the chest.
Harden, tough shot with very little airspace. Garland, long distance three. Tipped by Wade, batted by Johnson, grabbed by Harden. Harden.
But Carter picks it up. Harden, step back three, got it. James Harden downtown. By the way, the technical foul was on Ime Udoka, not Marcus Smart, as Harden knocks down a three, and just like that, it's the largest lead. It has been a nightmare shooting game for the Boston Celtics. 34% from the field, 24 from three. Harden connects on another three. It was 17 straight points and one. 1 point for Boston. Harden step back three-pointer. That's good. James Harden from downtown.
Beautifully earlier in this season, he was talking about how there can't be such a great disparity in shot attempts. And that's what happens with second chances and turnovers as Harden lays that one in. Bembry gives it up. Here's Harden accelerating through the lane, lays it in, plus the foul. Still life here for Brooklyn. Here's Harden blasting into the paint, lays it in. It's a 7-point game as Harden has a triple-double. Durant gets it to Harden. Harden driving it and lays it in.
Burks takes it in, works his way through. Nice defense by Durant, and that keys with transition defense the other way. They get two with Harden. Shot clock at 5. Harden against Mitchell. It's a three. James Harden, who went 0 for 6 from 3 the other night. And his scoring is down, and they just made the decision to go bigger and stronger. prompted by defense. Harden, three. Got it again. He's got two in a row. And he looks at Reggie Miller, who had a little talk with him before the game. Nice little run by the Knicks.
What a start here by the Knicks. Good ball movement. Everyone touching it.
Harden right into Fournier. Got it. He'll go to the line. It's Harden back in. Noel was there, then backed up, and that opened the door for Harden. Harden with it. James Johnson is also on the floor with a drive right here and tapped in by Millsap. Burks sifting his way through traffic. Hard shot. Durant to clean it up.
Got numbers.
To the trailing Harden by Fournier, and a nice gliding move.
23 for Harden here in this first half.
Final seconds. Three, Harden, book it. Mills, offensive rebound. His three. Oh, Harden! Noel. And now it is Harden. On the fly, James Harden with 32.
Aldridge way outside. Harden takes the crack, banks it in. Harden hand guarded by Russell. Harden. Oh, the fake out, the fade, money. The beard doing work. 2-point lead for Brooklyn. Harden directing traffic. Low dribble. Harden turns the corner and scores. Durant pops off the bench. Harden makes his move. Fend off, makes another move. Jumper on the way is good. He put it over Bolmaro for two.
A 6-0 lead. Harden left alone. He got it. Timeout, Chicago. A little bit of a shoulder issue. Here's Harden blasting ahead. Harden into the lane, floats it in. Was looking for the contact, instead took the bucket. Carter into the game for Brooklyn with Thomas, Brown, Harden, and Millsap. Harden working the post on ball, using his strength and finishing. We are always going to have an issue with the discrepancy in field goal attempts. Harden shakes free and lays it home. Kabir to the bucket.
Because, KD got up into him, so he couldn't just get that floater, and there we go. James Harden being James Harden.
Harden, number 2 in assists. Bullock on him now. He'll dance and drive. Nice off the glass by James Harden. He's got his first basket. Thomas on the wing and trying to pierce his way inside. A three. Caught! He got it. Harden nails the three and is fouled on the play. 8.5 to go in the third. Bembry, who's got all kinds of length. Deflection again by him in his column. Harden, a full head of steam right into the backpedaling Powell. The double-double and 20 for Doncic. So they have 35 of Dallas's 71.
Okay, here we go. We're starting to do my turn, your turn for Brooklyn. It was
48% shooting for Brooklyn. Hardaway watches Harden. It's a three, and it's right down the hatch.
Big basket right there by Harden.
Long shot, no good. Claxton there. Look at the weaving, driving, beautiful move. Elegant play by Harden. Double one on Durant. Mills. Shot clock at 3. Harden bumping into Luka. Oh, takes it in. What a great move. James Harden careens off the body of Doncic and glides for 2.
So you're going to see a boxes and elbows look here tonight from the Rockets, because you want to force somebody else to beat you, and you want to show James Harden the wall.
Step back 3, Harden. It goes down.
Use your fouls, and he's guarded. Remember, he guarded Gilgeous-Alexander in OKC, and he's wearing these guys out. What this does is keeps Matthews and it keeps Tate out of foul trouble.
Harden posting the drop step towards the baseline of the game. But yes, he has lit up every team in the league except Houston.
Greg, I think I'd be glad to score 4 or 6 points against every team in the league, let alone 40. Look at Matthews competing, man. I like this.
Step back your stance. That's a foul, and it goes down for James Harden. Kind of giving Garrison Matthews a bit of a taste of his own medicine.
We all know that majority of points for Capello are dunks or layups, except for one thing, he can shoot.
Harden on the attack, gets free. No resistance there from Atlanta as Harden lays it in. Second foul against Bembry. Young gets around him, can't float it in. Loose ball, Harden has it with Mills to his left. Harden skates in and finishes. Atlanta, a three-point lead. Here comes Harden. Muscling in and finishing. That is something he has not done with consistency this season. Aldridge able to claw it for Brooklyn. Here comes Harden. Nets with numbers. Harden into the paint to the rack.
As soon as he saw Herder there, he knew lack of quickness, okay? And he just made that crossover move.
No one boxing out the shooter there, Trae Young.
No one boxed him out, but Mills didn't even attempt to jump for the rebound.
Harden, beautifully done off the window. Herder with 16 points now. Harden muscles in, forces up, banks it home.
Now that was pretty because James at 6'5", Harden.
Here's Harden right around Herder. Harden flips it up and in, off the window. That's the beard that this league has come to know.
The idea was great. They let him get to the rim.
Harden comes up with a steal. Here comes Harden. Harden barges in and finishes off.
Explosive offensive weapons, and he's the one guy that does not need the basketball to be effective.
James, boy, that looked pretty close to moving that pivot foot. Then you had Kyrie Irving's decision not to get vaccinated, all the health and safety challenges. Then the Harris injury. He's played such a huge role as Harden with a beautiful move. Devon Carter back out. Stanley Johnson on Harden, 3 to shoot. Harden gets past him, drives into LeBron James, and somehow gets it to go. There was some contact.
And the reason why it's changed because teams don't make you pay the price for playing small.
Oh, Harden makes him pay the price there. Drives his foul. Chance for a three-point play. Harden drives, banks it home. An aggressive James Harden. Nets had only 1 turnover in the first. They've turned it over 4 times already here in the second. Harden, three-pointer. Got it.
He can handle, but he can also be a screener and a post-up player.
Griffin flips it up. It was almost a pass to himself. Harden with the offensive rebound, and that's a goaltend.
You don't have anything, get rid of the basketball.
Westbrook has 7 assists. Harden knocks down the 3 and the foul. Harden sees an opening, drives, layup, shot. Oh, gets a little English on it.
Are you going to pick a winner or are you just going to sit and chill?
Go Dogs, baby. Georgia, it's their time.
James Harden, his time as he knocks down the three-pointer.
Clippers out in front 18-10 and are 4 of 5 from the three-point line. Harden picked up by man, shot clock into single digits. Launches the 3. It's good. Dueling banjos here in downtown Los Angeles.
Sometimes when you come back, you're off, your mind gets refreshed, your body feels good. The timing is there early with a jump shot. Speaking of which, I mean,
Amir Coffey has been the perfect blend for the Clippers of late, who trail by 2. Meanwhile, interception coming out of the timeout. Harden races back the other way, and a graceful glide to a finger roll finish, and now a 4-point lead.
He might not be there to plant the flag for the Clippers when they win the championship, but he'll have his fingerprints all over it in some way, shape, or form. Meanwhile, Harden knocks down the 3. And James Johnson has the rebound for the Nets.
And Harden's fingerprint is all over this game, whether he's him scoring the basketball or getting to the free throw line, an and 1 right there, or dropping off.
Clippers are down by 7. They got off to a great start from above the arc, but only have 2 threes after a blitz to open up with 5 triples.
It didn't benefit him.
Harden's mouth begins to salivate, drives in on Zoo and lays it in. 67-53. Terrence Mann the other way. Gives it to Morris for the quick trigger 3. Mills with it. Harden all alone and waltzes in for the stuff.
First quarter, Harden controls and leads all with 22. Picked up by Morris. Gets downhill, gets to the rim, and lays it in 24.
Good to see that he hasn't lost the rhythm or the touch after battling back. Just trying to get that lower body reconditioned. Meanwhile, what a shot by Harden. 80-65, Brooklyn. they also became somewhat of a cautionary tale, as no matter how much talent you have, you might only get one time to capitalize. Man, the floater from the foul line. Carter punches it to Harden, one-on-one with Bledsoe. Full steam ahead to the rim with the left hand. 30 for James Harden. 101-83. Harden back out there for the Nets. 9:46 to play. Down the lane he goes and lays it in. 32 for Harden. 105-92. Clippers have had a couple of opportunities to really raise some eyebrows on that net sideline, and then James Harden does things like that. 34 for Harden.
So much with the early offense and in the open court.
Harden, a three and a foul. 6 straight road games with at least 30 points for Embiid. Harden gets through that first wave and hits the floater.
But knew that he had to get over to Seth Curry, make that decision based on personnel, and Embiid drains it.
Harden, the banker goes and a foul. James Harden with a chance at a three-point play. Off the double team, Maxey beats the shot clock but missed it off the heel. Nets are running. Harden, right down the middle. Here's Harden out of the perimeter. Harden, drive, banker, good, and one. Seth Curry, 8 points. Harden drives and finishes. James Harden. Nets have turned it over 15 times, but most of that, as we know, in the first half. Harden one-on-one with Korkmaz. Step back three. Got him! Milton. Blocked by Claxton. The help defender triggers the break. Harden down the middle for 2 and a foul. James Harden, pep in his step. Nets get it in. Claxton 10 to shoot, defended by Embiid. Harden, the drive. Harden to the rim. James Harden like a hot knife through butter. Harden, ball fake. Claxton sneaks in, missed it. Tip in goes. James Harden, the beard with the extension.
Harden one-on-one with Winslow. Gets around him, gets hit, finishes, plus the foul. Harden, guarded by Winslow. Harden dances into the paint, bodies fall. Harden gets it back and floats it in. Tonight here in Brooklyn. Man, not that time, and Harden catches rebound number 6. Here's Harden getting downhill and motoring to the cup. The Nets scored 74 points in the paint against the Clippers in LA on December 27th. Harden, he got it. Harden looking to take Coffee. Connects on a 3. James Harden getting the step back working. Harden, 2 threes in the quarter. Nice find. Claxton kicks. Johnson steps in, gives it up. Harden dances, floats, finishes.
By the Clippers, taking advantage.
Harden, step back. You bet. The beard is feeling it in the third. Appreciate you spending your New Year's Day with us. Nets a 7-point lead. Harden back in, step back mid-range is good, plus the foul. Durant. Ball hopping on this possession. Harden with a free lane, great movement, and the easy lay, timeout Clippers.
Of course, of this recent stretch with a lot of players out, he has taken on a big role in responsibility.
Jared Culver in, Harden, open look, count it, it's a 3. Harden one-on-one with Bain. Step back. Bucket. James Harden. The beard. James Harden floats it up. No. And tap back to him. He puts some English on it for the deuce. Interior. Cut. Jones step in front. Bembry. Nets are basically going to have a 5-on-4 here. Harden forcing the action for 2. Morant blocked by Brown. And tracked down. Ahead, Harden accelerates on Bain for the bucket.
Got to be ready to help him.
Step back, Harden.
over Durant. Missing is Holiday, who was just 1 of 7 last night.
Yeah, but you can't miss the mismatch. That's just bully ball by Harden.
Griffin.
Don't let him get it back. Well, you got to keep guys out away from the rim at that point. That's what really gets you going. Like when Lance got in the rhythm, they're hard to stop, and the Pacers so far have been able to protect against that.
And Harden gets inside in double figures with 10.
If any of the other stars get going, oh, remember he just took it from Stevenson.
And Harden got it.
Darvin Ham's been working hard in this game for a long time. First as a player, then as an assistant coach, as Harden makes a beautiful drive to the basket. 8 points for Wara. Harden, air ball. Claxton grabs the rebound though. Back out to Harden. Harden's going to try yet another three-pointer. That one's good.
Did a good job at Providence College for Ed Cooley.
Middleton, a little frustrated right there. He thought Harden initiated the contact. Instead, it's going to be a three-point opportunity.
But later, his mother was sent to Rhode Island through the same program. Didn't have any way of connecting until somehow a mutual friend brought them together. Then they got married, had 2 boys, and 1 playing tonight here at Barclays.
Harden gets in the paint and bangs it home. Just muscled his way in. He's got 16.
A reset here with Harden. Harden separates, mid-range is money. He doesn't take them off, and obviously it was absolutely sacrilegious after Friday's fiasco.
It's a little bit colder than what it was yesterday.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Harden, step back, is good. Again, accessing the mid-range. Harden effectively.
James Harden, no interference, and yeah, I can figure that's going to be a timeout from the head coach.
That's 8 boards for Claxton. Claxton 7 straight games scoring in double figures, longest stretch of his career. Harden gets by and lays it in. Fairly late in the third. Here's Harden. Isolating on Landale, goes right around him for the easy 2.
Forbes at a season best 27 on this road trip against Detroit, as the jumper is good from Harden.
Bembry in for Brooklyn. Harden, step back. You bet. The beard's starting to percolate in this fourth. Chance for the Nets to try and separate a little bit. Leading by 10. Harden dipping around. Primo off the window. Beautifully kissed. Leading by 2. Big possession here for the Nets. Harden on the drive. The floater is good. It's a 2-possession lead for the Nets.
Here's Irving giving it up. Harden for 3. That's good. James Harden picking up his game of late. 28 points per game over the last 8 games.
That's a shot you're going to have to make if you're on the floor.
Harden puts it on the deck. Gets past Dosunmu. That looks a lot like the James Harden we're used to seeing. Got off to a slow start this year. Harden working on Levine. Step back 3. That's money. James Harden with his second 3. He's got 11. And Harden resets it against DeRozan with 10 on the timer. 16 points for Harden, just 3 for 9 from the floor. That one, though, is perfect. His third triple, and the Nets lead is back to 7. And then to Memphis on Martin Luther King Day. Harden got Levine off his feet, pulls the trigger, and nails it. Another 3 for James Harden, his 4th. He's got 22 on the night.
He is fine with making plays and getting other guys going.
And watching him, too, communicating on the defensive end. You mentioned it. There was a play earlier where as Harden hits a 3. That's his 5th.
Matched up against one another. Sharp screens Dort. Harden fires. Connects. It's a 3. They lost it late, 122 to 118. We're tied at 9. Harden penetrates, and he lays it in.
And a nice crossover.
Harden continuation. James Harden a chance for 3. Harden handles it. Sharp will set the screen. Harden gets into the action with a floater. Follow doesn't go from Wiggins, but this week has been about as strange as I've seen
I was going to say,
my 28 years doing this.
2 days after a back-to-back that's east to west coast.
Harden banks it in on the spin to the rim. Harden screen from Carter. Step back Jay. Bottom. It's a 3 for James Harden. Giddey's got 9 points and 6 assists. High screen. Edwards. Baisley works through it. Harden hits another from downtown.
For an individual that draws so many double teams, just his understanding of getting his teammates involved and the trust that he has in them.
Harden scoops it up and in. Harden has a nice bounce in the early going here. Rebound Durant. Harden cuts through the double and lays it in.
Protection against Ingram on the drive, and he gets it to the second side, finding his teammate in the corner.
Harden speeds in, separates, and finishes. They've been getting great looks.
And a lot of it, too, was coming from getting stops defensively and being able to push the pace of their offense.
Harden! Why not? A little more cash. Harden able to carve through the D, lay it in, plus the foul. James Harden. Here's Harden into the paint, lays it up and in. More contact as well. 33 minutes thus far for the Nets rookie Edwards. Bruce Brown in for Brooklyn. Here's Harden, backdoor cut, tough finish. Sets up Griffin. Harden, step back, truth. Harden into the paint, the floater is a dagger.
It was a backbreaker with 10 seconds remaining in Oklahoma City on Saturday from Markkanen to put away the Thunder as Harden connects on a triple. We're early in the second quarter. Harden with a crossover move. Gets the roll.
Boy, I tell you, he can lay that ball up there. Just a dead shot.
Harden and the Nets have a second chance. Harden works on Allen, steps to his right, hands a triple as James Harden now has a double. Harden watched by Allen, stops, fires, scores.
Yeah, you let him go to that left. You got to stay right him on that left side. They leaving him open too.
Harden shovels to Griffin. Griffin tiptoes baseline, goes behind his head, back to Harden.
Rod Strickland layup right there.
Harden, little step through. 13-6, Brooklyn leading here.
A good look by Dinwiddie.
Harden.
Great defense by Denny. Hey, listen, he was searching for the hands.
Misses. Harden's got the rebound. Someone's going to stop ball. Harden got it, and the foul as Bertans came over late trying to get the block. Finds KCP. The 3 is long. Harden's got the rebound. Harden. There is that bully ball, just like a bulldozer.
Yep.
And Harden gets it and the foul.
And he's not settling.
Corey Kispert, welcome to the NBA, having to guard James Harden on the perimeter.
Oh, it ain't over either.
Harden, 16 points. Kuzma, he gets stripped by Edwards. Irving to Harden, and the Wizards need a timeout.
White, tip back out, comes off to Harden though.
A little rusty, maybe a couple minutes here.
Yeah, and James Harden. And Harden again gets it back over Landale.
They're going to talk that one out again.
Timeout.
He and James Harden.
Harden with 6, 5, and 7 assists, and then knocks down the jumper.
James Harden all the way down the court. Just kept him out of the play the whole time with his left arm.
Getting ready for those NFL playoff games tomorrow and Sunday as Harden counters to pull it back within 1.
Spurs trying to corral him.
Okay, then.
And a foul on White, and it's an and one. Murray batted out. It comes to Mills, though. And Harden with the bucket.
Well, again, Jakob just does a great job always following his point guard to the rim, or setting a screen and rolling, always taking the right angle.
Harden for three. Aldridge comes up with that one. Harden.
That's where you, again, you don't talk it out in the open court. You don't get back and.
Harden again in attack mode, and a foul. And it's an and one. Now Harden with Pirtle out there, 8 on the shot clock.
Yeah, we've just seen too much of that for my taste, Bill. You know, we're
Aldridge. Harden the rebound in the paint, and he's fouled. Another and one. 7 on the shot clock with Murray guarding him. Edwards with the screen. And Harden drains the three, and that was pretty good defense by Vassell.
Yeah, pretty solid. You know, most of the time, these guys are going to come out and just play their heart out, even if it's a minute and a half or 2 minutes.
Oh, my.
That hurts.
James Harden, another three.
That's more than efficient. Harden out of the corner. He hits his first shot from the field tonight.
Madison Square Garden and go play with his. What that doesn't even make any sense. How can Bradley Beal go, but Kyrie Irving can't? Sean Marks has done he's dug this franchise out of a difficult situation.
Well, they were putting it from the beginning. That's a tough take and make.
Against the New York Knicks in key moments, had that big 3-point play at the end of the game.
I mean, it was just huge. Harden.
That's currently number 2 in the Eastern Conference, half game behind Miami. Harden off the window, and the foul.
Able to keep James Harden in front of him, the value of having him back. And James Harden says, you know what, you got me one time. This time I'm gonna put it on the deck and attack.
They did change the call. Nets will retain it after the officials came together. Shot clock at 10. Harden, straight line drive all the way for the bucket and the harm. He's got 7 points here in the opening quarter. His fingerprints are all over this opening quarter. Harden lines it up, bottom, a three. Now in his 7th year, he's looked really comfortable in this system with this squad. Harden, hop step, Aldridge. From distance, rebound, Harden. Layup goes on the foul. 21-20, Lakers. James Harden, he's been involved in everything. Oh, high off the window. Excuse me for the beard and the foul.
Now because his offense has been producing as his minutes have expanded.
Harden switching hands on the crossover.
Boy, Anthony Davis was trying to be there for the miss if there was one.
Harden all the way. James Harden again. He's got 20.
Shooting the Lakers just under 55%. Ball deflected. Harden's got it. 7 seconds left. Harden. The drive. Put it up and in with 1.9.
Because Kessler Edwards can guard multiple positions on the court.
Harden.
James Harden. Man,
bullseye. A three. And a timeout taken by LA. And Chris, Jim mentioned it earlier. You get these high-profile players, Harden to the rim, and he lays it in. In year 4, it's been evident.
Well, you got to go back to his days when he was a redshirt freshman. See James Harden with that runner and the floater inside. But good play. That was a correct play. McGee inside. You're always taught to look opposite. And that time Cam Johnson squared it up, just not able to knock it in.
Harden, the handles, the flip to the rim, the beard. Harden protecting. Phoenix up by 11. Harden, the low dribble, the step back J. Count it for 3.
Oh, but you spin yours wisely. See, that's what it is. You're a little cheap too. I figured that one out.
James Harden, connection from long range after the free throw. Harden puts it up and in. James Harden answers for Brooklyn.
I didn't want to be in a situation where I was hoping for someone to get injured in order to play. I don't wish bad upon anybody. I don't have anything negative to say about the franchise. I'm just waiting for my next shot, and
they're definitely letting them play down low. So you know what? You gotta kind of return the favor on the other end as Harden knocks down
that's his first main field
shot.
goal. Yeah.
Yes, and immediately already thinking about the defensive play.
Davion having himself a game. He's up to 18. Oh, James Harden.
Just a miscommunication on defense.
I was recruited by Marquette. I could have been Doc's teammate. We were McDonald's All-Americans the same year.
Harden, and there it is. The Beard, his first bucket in a Sixers uniform. It's going to be a chance for an and one on top of it.
Minnesota looked like they were dead in the water last night against Memphis. Things weren't going their way at all. They just stuck with it.
Harden out of the corner connects. Now the Sixers know what they have. Harden. He's into double figures now with 11 points. Only 3 for Philly. Harden, step back. And that's going to be a chance for the 4-point play for the Beard. Shot clock to 5 for Harden.
This is the separator for Philly now, is you got that guy that can do that. Is he going to take away some of the shine?
I think it's going to be a net positive. And did I say we had 3 4-point plays? Let's go for 4. Harden has another.
The New York Knicks are second to last in pace. Harden with good hands defensively and the layup at the other end.
It's just been a major issue for the Knicks. When you can sprint in transition, get an easy look. Knicks on a 10-3 run.
And Harden quelling the insurgents. And look at this, Doris. Taking on the opponent's best scorer, too, at the other end of the floor. Speaks to his competitiveness. Got a hand up on Harden, and sometimes it just doesn't matter. I think there's a mushroom cloud above the key there where that contact happened.
Right.
33 seconds to go. Harden off the Embiid screen. Elevates, got it.
He can cook a little bit, Fournier, when he's got to go. He's got 17 on 6 of 10 shooting.
Harris sets a screen for Harden. Steps through the paint, gets the layup. Single coverage on Harden. Barrett on him. Harden gets into the paint. Tough finish.
Come on now.
Oh, man. Prior to this one, here's Reddish from deep. A little bit strong. New York in the middle of a 15-5 run. Harden with the step through. How many times have we seen that?
Listen, I'm dynamic as a right-hand driver. You better think about checking me.
Well, you got 18 points in 16 minutes. Another opportunity here for Philadelphia. Harden walks into a 3. Hits nothing but net.
R.J. Barrett misses. His first miss from 3. Here's Harden driving. Gets fouled. Count the basket. James Harden will go to the line. His first home points. Here's Harden again. Step back 3. Got it. James Harden.
Obviously didn't give the ball up. He kept it. Some miscommunication there from the Sixers. Easy bucket.
Harden's floor takes a couple of bounces and falls. His third bucket, 8 points. And they're going to get Kevin Durant back tomorrow. But they've got to get out of the play-in tournament because it's looking like that's where they're headed. Harden with another basket. He's in double figures now. Harden elects to drive, goes to the right hand and scores. He knew he had a weaker defender, a smaller defender on him. Sixers have won 3 in a row, 5 of their last 6. Harden for 3. James Harden with his second triple. 17 first half points.
And they're allowing him space to get to his spots in rhythm.
Harden penetrates. That's against Julius Randle. Harden showing that strength, finishing off the window. We didn't see that look from Tom Thibodeau as much last year as we've seen it this year. And a frustrating season for all involved with the Knicks. Here's Harden putting it on the deck, taking Toppin to school, and 1.
Harden yet to even attempt a shot tonight. Runs into 3 Cavs, gets it back, he's fouled, and he'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Got away with the walk.
soon as he puts on some LBs, Mobley, he's going to be awesome.
Harden drills the three, and just like that, the fans into it here at the center.
Last time, brief history recap, last time the Sixers were down there, they won in Miami. Hopefully repeating that again.
Step back, James Harden, and one! Career high is 24. He's got 17 so far tonight. Harden blowing past Mobley, switching hands, and getting the roll, pushing the lead to three.
I think you would have mentioned Maxey at the top of your list, but you'd have to say he's the biggest beneficiary.
Seems to be a perfect fit. Harden off glass, pushes the lead to 8. All that matters, though, is who comes out victorious. Embiid, Harden, driving, floating, and hitting. The lead back to 6.
You can't rush him. He goes at his speed. And I'm reminded, I hate to say it, but of Larry Bird. He's not super fast, but good.
Harden up and in. So 4 early points tonight from James Harden. Derek Jones Jr., beg your pardon. Harden showing off the handle. Step back. Let him hear it, Philly.
76ers forced to chase either way.
Harden, no problem there. Just 2 away from a second 40-point showing against Chicago in 2022.
And well over 50% from the field, too, so he's as efficient as you'd hope he'd be. Harden with the putback. I think he sees a rare opportunity that maybe 27 other teams don't have, 26.
James Harden all the way to the rack.
And he was a Sixer. Oh, and by the way, he's Doc's son-in-law. There's a 3, and that makes Harden number 3 all-time. Harden 1 for 12, an open triple.
Sometimes you just need to see the ball go in.
24 points from three-point shooting tonight for Brooklyn. Step back triple Harden. 2 in a row.
Harden dribbles around the Jordan screen. Good job by Okeke. Tough challenge, a better shot by Harden. Anthony's pass deflected and stolen by Philadelphia. Harden from up top, good for 3. A 3 by Maxey, a 3 by Harden. Franz is on Harden. Crossover dribble, step back 3. Got it. And we're tied at 98. Now Embiid against Franz. Shot clock at 2. Out to Harden. He's got time for the 3-pointer. He got it. At the buzzer.
He's the one guy being aggressive, attacking.
Harden will drive and lay it up. Around and round it goes and in.
Jeff Green, the veteran, on Harden. Harden drives inside, banks it home.
You like what he does there.
As is George Niang. Oh, beautiful floater from Harden.
Well, you know, let's face it, the young man has a multitude of youth. Because in the first quarter, you were forcing the trapping, and then you moved the ball absolutely beautiful.
Harden draws the foul and gets the roll. Took a bump from Jeff Green. 3 on the shot clock. Harden, sidestep 3. Puts it in. James Harden, a 3-pointer, the lead up to 7.
6 for 7. Talk about a turnaround. And they're 2 steps, 3 steps behind the line.
Their confidence never wanes. Yeah. So Harden throws it up. And either that or they have very good amnesia.
See, he's down inside again on the mismatch. But Jokic got back.
Harden flips it up and in. James Harden, a big bucket, 1-point game.
Harden bottled up near midcourt, plays through Jordan, gets it back. Harden draws a foul, gets it to go, and James Harden has a chance for 3. Green to trigger. Harden gets picked up by Markkanen on the switch. Step back 3.
Boy, I tell you one thing. Cavs are doing a good job playing that zone. To the other side, then back down from Okoro to the dunk inside for the big fella.
Harden from the foul line, got the roll. Juiced it, Niang though with a big weak side rebound. Sends it up top to Maxey. Harden on the drive, Euro steps his way to the basket and scores with the left hand.
different rotation than we've seen on the floor now. Doc said he's still figuring things out. Harden, and the runner falls through. Harden.
Powell's played in every game. He's the only Maverick to play in every game this year. 70 games now, with 59 of them as a starter.
Really good first half between these two teams. Just under 4 to go. 48-47, Mavs lead. Step back from James. Count it. James Harden for 3.
Sixers have relied heavily on the zone as a defensive scheme here tonight.
James hits the brakes and gets the roll. To Harden is quarter up by 8. Step back. Count it.
Some gamesmanship as well.
Off back-to-back game winners, just 2 for 9 tonight. James Harden, meanwhile, now has 23. Bread and butter as well. Second right now in second chance points in the NBA. Harden, well, you got to make it harder for him than that if you want to slow him down. All 5 starters have now scored for the Sixers. Barnes, no. Embiid quickly ahead to Harden. Harden, side step, up and down it goes. Scotty Barnes guarding James. And Harden, step back. Doing a little teaching there, I think. Just over a minute to go. Harden crossover. And a block by Boucher. But they're going to say that was on its way down to the hoop, so it will be a goal attempt.
When you allow them steals off of turnovers, that's where most of their offense comes from.
Quarter winding to a close. Harden hits a bucket with 1.2 to go.
As many three-pointers, it's proven to be a pretty good formula for him, and he's one of the better mid-range shooters, too. Harden all the way to the basket.
And I'm not a guy that's upset with him shooting three-point shots because he has that ability.
Joel Embiid, 5 of 9 from the field, 12 points and 5 rebounds. This is the largest lead of the ball game for the 76ers. Got a 3-on-2 Harden into the lane and finishes with the offhand. Having himself a good first half. He's got 15 and 6. Harden goes right through Gabriel, put him in the weight room.
That's just too easy. That's a good job by James Harden, not closing to his body, daring him to make that shot. And good job by Westbrook, stepping with confidence and shooting.
Harden with a little Euro step in the paint is good. If you're just joining us, LeBron James not playing tonight, out with a knee injury. Harden with the step back over Dwight, laces it.
That's just a tough challenge. They switched to pick and roll, leaving Dwight out.
As he was going back to the locker room with his boombox, and I asked him because there's been a lot of conversation about just his legs not being there and him needing a lot of days for rest to be able to play a full game. And I asked him how much longer he wants to play.
Lakers got a lot of work to do, down by 8. A little over 3 minutes to go. Harden bullying his way inside for the floater.
The bite, but they can't convert on the bucket. Like the effort by Zoo, though. Gotta like the effort.
Harden picked up by Zoo. We've seen Zoo handle his business from above the arc as Harden knocks down the triple he's coming into tonight. Embiid gobbles up the rebound and puts it ahead to Harden. 13-7, Philadelphia out in front. Harden counted and a foul. And he is healthy and back here for the Sixers. Careful what you wish for, quite obviously. Here is Harden for 3 as he knocks down the triple.
He's had a couple of them, like you said, halfway down, and they've rolled back out.
And you've got Morris and Jackson going 1 for 14. And now you trail 54-37, 2:44 to play here in the second quarter. He's very good at basketball. Jackson, the floater, bounces off the orange iron, and Maxey retrieves the loose ball for the Sixers. Led by as many as 21. Harden for 3, puts him up by 20. Ball fake for Harden, floater off the window, no. Gets his own rebound, fouled on the way up, caught it. James Harden has 22 points, 9 rebounds on 9 shots here in the first half. Go to the free throw line 11 times. Embiid had been there 8 times. The floater by Harden is good. It's one of those nights. It is just the 4th point in the second half for Harden.
Embiid went for 34 and 12 in that meeting back in early February, and James Harden connects on the 3. It's an important 250 here for the Suns, trailing by 5. Step back 3 for Harden. Got it.
Awful lot of bucks headed towards Joel's way.
And the alley-oop attempt just a little too far back for Giannis.
Middleton trying to find it from half court.
Great crossover by James, who throws it up and hits the bucket. Has Matisse in the corner, has Embiid up top, back to Harden. Give and go, and nice use of the glass by James Harden. Back and forth we go in this first quarter. Harden, what a start tonight by James Harden. Again, not happy with how he played on Sunday.
I know that a lot of people are eyeing the standings now, and I get it.
Step back from Harden, and the foul! James Harden came to play here tonight. So that's going to be another fun thing to watch as we head down the stretch. Joel with 4 white jerseys around him. Sidestep, triple, count it! James Harden with 16 in the first half here tonight.
Giannis making that play happen with his penetration, getting all the way practically to the basket.
Harden for 3, yes sir! James Harden with 21 as well to go along with 7 assists, and that's going to be a goaltend. Bucks have 9. Harden from the elbow. Don't see him shoot there much, but looked pretty good from my angle. 6-0 Bucks run, Olin. That's why they're up 6. Harden, step back 3. The lead down to 3, courtesy of James Harden's 4th triple tonight.
Embiid showing off the handles, bringing it up the floor. Now he gives it up to James Harden. You see a big reason for Philly's success here down the stretch is James Harden, who buries that 3. This is a good matchup here because Killian knows how to play defense. This is great. Look at him. He's got a hand behind the back. Keep in front of him. Harden somehow got to the lane and won.
Harden guarded now by Jackson. Step back 3. Count it! And 1.
Inside 8 minutes to play. Harden knocked away. Got it back. Never do that, Sonny. Fortuitous ball.
8-1 Sixers run. LaMelo was not nearly as good of a looking 3. Was wondering if he was kind of throwing that up for an alley-oop to Plumlee. Harden good on the runner. Harden off the Embiid screen, kicks it to Maxey. Tyrese up top to James Harden for 3. Matisse, the tap out, rebounds. Harden tries again, and this one is good. And then Thibault, the steal. Harden pushing and hitting. Matisse Thibault having a heck of a 3rd quarter here this afternoon. Tobias back to Matisse to pull it back out. Harden trail 3, count it!
He deals back to Tobias for 3. Launched it, missed it. Harden, however, gets it back. Harden will do it himself. Harris now with his head up, in toward Market and finds Thibault. Embiid touch pass to Harden for 3.
That gave me some Darius Garland vibes, that touch pass.
James Harden. Harden maneuvers down the lane. He lays it in. Harden tonight has 15 points. Markkanen switches on to Harden. The shot clock shows 5. Harden got around Markkanen, floats and scores.
They double Embiid. Harden throws it corner. Maxey. Harden down the lane.
Yeah, that's tough.
Sets the screen for Harden. Against Washington. Step back, Harden.
But that he can still do.
Yeah.
How fragile every possession is. And you're right, there'll be some disappointment because the teams you got to worry about, Milwaukee and Miami, are in the middle of that mix as well.
But he's got a double-double. He's got 10 rebounds. Harden. High up off the glass.
Great knowledge of our director, Chris Phillips.
I was impressed today early on with his knowledge.
Harden. They're going to call it a 2. Foot was on the line, I believe. Here's Harden. He'll launch a 3.
And the Sixers aren't a bad three-point shooting team anyway.
On a switch. Harden guarded by Boucher. And now inside. That's a tough bucket there.
Earlier this week. So he's going to be with this team for at least next season. Harden Free trip to the bucket, and he finishes. If Sixers win today and tomorrow, and Boston loses tomorrow in Memphis, Sixers would be the 3 seed. But also getting an eye on the playoffs. Harden, free lane to the bucket. Maxey out to James for 3. There it is, James Harden. Where's that looking much better here today? Double comes from TJ. James puts it on the deck. Easy finish from James Harden into that. He knows exactly how much time he has to shoot. Harden looking to go one-on-one against Jackson. And good work by James.
Gotta go.
2 on the shot. Harden sees it and floats it up and in. Good to see Harden get going offensively in the second half. A win today, a win tomorrow. Maybe the Grizzlies knock off the Celtics. Still a chance of that 3 seed. James Harden gets the roll on the 3.
They want to play at this pace.
Here's Harris. Can't connect. And Barnes lost the ball, and it got poked out to Harden for 3. And his first playoff shot as a member of the 76ers goes down from three-point range. Harden 1 for 5. Gets a second basket, taking it all the way to the rim.
Toronto has 5 guys who average 35 to 37 minutes a game. When they went 14 out of 18, what happened there? Everybody, they played only 7 and 8 guys a game.
Both at the forward position as well.
You're absolutely right.
Here's Harden. He'll pull the trigger. It's good on the 3. That's his 3rd three-point basket. He's got only 1-2. Embiid thought about it. Now Harden driving into the defender and scores. You see the strength of Harden on display. 5 straight for him in the lead. Back to 16. Shot clock down to 3. Harden with a toe tap and the hit. James Harden with his 4th three-pointer.
OG Anunoby, who had 20 in game 1, along with 7 rebounds in 33 minutes. Here's Harden. In and out dribble, gets down the lane, on the skip to the bucket, up and in. Maxey again with Harden back on the floor. Harden has been quiet. Step back 3. Now he speaks. And Thaddeus Young with the board. Harden with the steal. Harden to the hole. Left hand up and in. James Harden.
They are live in the 6 right now.
Harden outside, toes the line. He fires in a triple. Harden stationary dribble, busy hands to Young, forces him left, goes into the lane and lays it home. James Harden is fouled. He'll step to the line. Embiid deep. Screen center now gets down to the post. Harden outside will leap and score on a tough three-pointer as Achua was closing out closely. That's 10 for Harden. 13 to shoot. Harden on the Embiid screen. He will roll. Harden, though, has a step and glides to the glass to lay it home. Van Vliet felt he had been fouled by Maxey into the paint. Harden will take it the other way. Sheds Trent into the lane to the glass, laid it in. Oh, James Harden's starting to cook a little bit now. That's 14.
Embiid looks a little bit tired, too. A little fatigued, hands on his knees as he's standing in the corner over there.
Harden, in the meantime, will break down Van Vliet with a spread floor. James Harden. Side saddle dribble across midcourt. A burst on Trent to the glass. Laid it up. Denied by Anunoby. Goaltending the call. They're going to take a look. They'll review.
Green gives it up. Around the horn it goes. Extra pass. Harden. Little sidestep for a 3. Cash money. James Harden. The Philadelphia turnover, by the way, if you like to look at the stats. It's 4-0 right now as Harden knocks it down. A 3-ball is good for James Harden. This knee pain, and it's obviously turned him to something more significant. It's the right knee. Harden on the take and got free reign inside, lays it in.
Toronto only 7 for 30 from 3, but Siakam gets him off to a good start in the 4th.
Siakam's had a terrific game 4 here. An answer by James Harden. And Siakam, 27 points now. 7-point game. Harden on the take once again. He lays it in.
Harden is covered by Barnes. Green comes to screen. Trent will now get single coverage on Harden, who goes strong to his left. Spins, corkscrews into the air, and knocks down a jumper to get things started.
That's what Toronto wants to do. They want Embiid to be worried about that double at all times. Just
Danny Green, the UNC legend with the quick hands right there. Pays off with Harden on the fast break.
88-76, 6:19 to go in the fourth quarter. Maxey, a quick burst, right to left, into the lane. Hangs, hunts, looks for a recipient, finds Harden. Step back for three. Is good.
And the fans have seen enough. They're heading for the exits.
Harden outside of three. Around and in. James Harden.
Toronto 5 of 6 to start. Philly 3 of 6. Pick and roll. Harden drives to the basket, elevates and bangs it down with the left hand. Puts it on the deck, backs down, blocked by Embiid. And Tobias Harris recovers. Harden, a burst to the hole. How simple can it get for James Harden? Harden, Maxey, Niang, Harris. Here's Harden down the lane, the floater, got it. Chris Boucher. Now Harden to the helmet. Wanted a foul, won't get it. 13, 68-65. Harden with the step. Harden to the bucket. That's vintage James Harden. The winner of this series advances to take on the Miami Heat. They're sitting at home watching right now. Step back jump shot. James Harden pure. Play with me. You forgot who I am. 3 to shoot. Harden from downtown and buries it. But James Harden is down.
Another player to add to this depth of this Miami Heat team.
Harden sizes up hero, launches and buries it. Just past the midway point, second quarter. Harden with a three-point jack. But he is turned back. What a defensive play by Reed. Looked like Hero had an open layup. And this kid Reed continues to play his way into the mix. Harden. 10 Heat turnovers. Harden probing inside and puts it down. And the Sixers with their first lead of the night. 10-point game, shot clock down to 3. Here comes Harden, has to fire, creating contact right into the chest of Dedmon.
As P.J. Tucker, once again, knocking down a corner three, wide open corner three at that.
Harden taking some contact inside, gets it back and sticks it in. Maxey on the steal. Grant, there's just so many different defensive looks that Eric Spoelstra can throw at you with this team. Harden on a three-point jack. Told you about the Heat's three-point prowess. They led the league in three-point accuracy this season and hit a franchise record for threes. Harden starting to cook. Sixers at this end have missed 6 of their last 8 shots. Harden trying to get them back on track. And they're making life very difficult so far in this series for the Sixers. Martin defending Harden. Here he comes to the rack, going glass. So Jimmy Butler with the triple. Here comes Harden. Hard move to the cup. Gonna get back to that quota. Can't get it to go. 1 for 4.
He won't stop shooting either.
No. Harden got it on a 3. Embiid, little tricky. Nice movement here. Harden on the attack, racing in for 2.
Now, will they give him a field goal attempt? That's what we got to find out.
Harden got it back, finagles it in.
Hoping for a tee, it didn't come.
Harden into the paint. Good start for Jimmy Butler. 7 points in his first 13-plus minutes. 9-2 Heat run. Contact, no whistle. Harden filling it up from deep. Harden wants to push. Here he comes into the paint. Contact, and he puts it down again. As their offense has gone cold again.
I'll give Philadelphia credit. Their defense, they've really ramped it up with intensity.
Harden, he is really starting to cook. Missed everything. As we cross the 6-minute mark, Miami has scored 7 straight points. Harden on a tough step back. Splash!
Right now, Philadelphia, Embiid needs to touch the ball on this possession.
Here comes Harden, knifing right through the teeth of the defense.
I stand corrected.
Let that drama build here in South Philly. Maxey, 3 to shoot. Harden from deep.
Just a tremendous read, but Embiid continuing that possession with that offensive rebound, leading to that great pass from Maxey.
Harden together, and he buries it.
And used his offhand, left hand right there. Great patience and touch inside.
What a shot. Floater by Harden goes, and he'll have a chance at 3. That last Heat whistle was actually charged to Jimmy Butler, his first. Here comes Harden to the basket, missed the floater, gets it back, puts it back up, and in for the Sixers. And how about this offensive start by Miami? Harden.
And really scoring with great efficiency here as Philadelphia trying to get back in this game as the half ends.
Oladipo coming off his best scoring game of the series with 11 tonight. Harden on a 3-point jack. Tweaked his left hamstring day to day, according to Miami. And with Vincent as a starter in these playoffs, the Heat 4-0. Harden, big 3 for the Sixers.
Here's Strus, the trailer, got to find him. He missed the 3, though. Harris with the clear.
Yeah, the big thing is Embiid's got to stop complaining. He thought he was fouled on that move. Great move here. Philadelphia is 7 for 20 from the field, 1 for 6 in threes. Bad numbers.
6 of their 7 baskets have come in the paint. Embiid back on the floor. Harden, deep 3, it goes down. Max Strus with 11 points after 19 in Game 5. And that had to have been a very difficult decision for this Heat organization as Harden buries a 3.
Very few players in this league attempt 7 threes a game. He attempts 7.
Harden, 2 triples here in the last minute for James Harden.